We are starting things off with our Mint Mobile hotline. The good folks at Mint Mobile really, really help us out here. So we have this great hotline with them where you can call in and ask your questions and make your voice heard. You're just going to head on over to the Mint Mobile hotline number, which is 951-268-4259. Call up. If we think that your question is awesome, we'll play it on air. Today we've got one regarding Black Adam's future.
Hi, John. This is James. I'm calling about Black Adam. I wanted to know, Black Adam made $378 million so far. It needed to make $450 million just to break even. Do you feel like this is a bad thing on The Rock and his box office mojo? And do you see them making a sequel off of this? Thanks.
James, thank you so much for calling in with that. What a lovely dulcet tone, too. James has got a radio voice.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, you would know. You've got one of those, too.
Thank you.
Oh, man. Well, Black Adam hasn't done as well as people thought. I was reading in Forbes today, though, that the video on demand side of things with Black Adam is going very, very well. Top of the charts for video on demand. But obviously, they wanted box office to be a little bit higher. We've got some disappointing numbers overall. Rob, do you think that those numbers are going to determine whether or not we get that sequel? Because I know you guys talked about how, the writing's been already started for that. They've got things in motion, but do you think this is going to hinder it?
Well, I actually don't. I think that they knew this is a new character that people don't know. I mean, obviously money talks. But Dwayne Johnson, I don't think this has affected the perception of him at the box office. I mean, he still's had hit after hit after hit after hit. Things are up, things are down, and this is a new character. And what's interesting is if you look at the early MCU introductions of characters like Thor, Iron Man made $500 million, but Captain America, the first Avenger, did not.
That's true.
And obviously box office means a lot, but if this does well in video on demand, and makes a substantial sum of money, it used to be that films could be huge hits on cable, and that would be where you would get a green light for a sequel. Mm-hmm. Something like that could happen with this. And I think, Shazam is part of this universe. If Shazam Fury of the Gods does very well, I would tend to believe that there is a Black Adam appearance, perhaps a post-credits scene in Shazam, which was, if memory serves, supposed to come out before Black Adam.
I believe so.
So, I mean, I see that if Shazam does well, a high tide raises all ships. And since Shazam is part of the Black Adam universe, I could see there's a good argument to be made that this is a universe this is a cul-de-sac of the DCEU, or the DC universe now, that is interesting people. So
I would agree. I think, too, this is a relationship in general that is too costly to burn as well. Dwayne Johnson in your corner, I think, is a really great ally to have, especially when you are trying to reorder your own content and come up with a better, stronger DCEU, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I had a question for Rob.
Oh, we already broke no talk.
Sorry. I had a question for Rob. It's just
right.
because I didn't want to cut. If they established the main, like Superman, like a good Superman movie, whatever, and Black Adam did come out, it would have done better, right? Because it feels like they released this and it's just Black Adam with nothing behind it. It felt like there was nothing to gain from watching this movie, right?
Well, you mean like it wasn't part of a larger...
Yeah.
You know what? I think you're right about that. I think if Black Adam had been introduced, even in Shazam, I mean, they alluded to him. They talked about him without calling him Black Adam. But I think you're right. I think that the way we go now is if they had given him a great, quick appearance in a previous film. I mean, look at how T'Challa was introduced. He was incredible in Civil War. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you were immediately, from his first lines of dialogue in Civil War, you're like, I love this character. And if they had done that with Black Adam, I think that maybe you're right. I think that there might have been more investment there. Like, ooh, he's cool.
Right. You gotta. I think you gotta hype up the unknown characters. Well, to the general audience.
I totally agree.
Like,
and I also think, though, that if the script for Black Adam was better, it was too by the numbers. While I thought it was a fun movie, when you watch it, you're like, there's nothing in this movie that I haven't seen before. Mm-hmm. Other than the fact that he was a lethal protector.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been dying for this to hit HBO Max because I do want to see it one more time. But I won't pay for seeing it. No, I
Right.
won't go to the theaters.
I mean,
to
there's
see
a lot of stuff to like in this movie. It's just from a storytelling standpoint, it felt like a hodgepodge of other things we'd seen again.
And I think people were banking on it's a superhero movie with one of the biggest movie stars in the world. Why wouldn't you go see it? But we needed a little more, right? And
Right.
to talk about your point too, Ray, of having, a lesser known character, when we've seen those kind of B-side characters from the Marvel universe, Guardians of the Galaxy, Shang-Chi, those trailers did so much brilliant work to get us hyped. Guardians just looked like fun. You knew it was going to have a kick-ass soundtrack. Shang-Chi looked really awesome. Seeing that snippet of the bus fight, I think really did a lot of great work for that. I think they just needed to show a little more to build up that hype as opposed to here's your typical paint by numbers with some of the people that you enjoy the most.
I totally agree with you there. And they also have to stop relying on spectacle. We talked about this yesterday about like the first Batman trailer, even though Jonathan said it's not the greatest trailer in the world, which it isn't. But that first Batman trailer relied heavily on character. People like kick-ass characters. That's what they want to see. I mean, how far did Peter Quill raising his middle finger up in that lineup go in that Guardians of the Galaxy trailer, the first trailer? A long way.
Oh, absolutely.
And immediately you're like, all right, I'm in. They got to do more of that.
I think so. But in general, I think we're all in agreement, though. This sequel is probably moving forward, despite the kind of bummer numbers. It still does need to come out in Japan. We still have those
Right.
numbers, but that's probably only going to bring in another 5-10 million or so. And we have those video on demand things in addition to, HBO Max subscriptions, paying for it per view, that sort of thing. But guys, the question's up for you. Do you think those low numbers for Black Adam mean it is not getting a sequel? Or do you think James Gunn and his merry band of men are going to move forward with Black Adam 2? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below.
Guys, we want to thank a sponsor of today's video, Mint Mobile. This holiday season, the best deal in wireless can only be found at Mint Mobile. Right now, when you switch to Mint Mobile and buy any 3-month plan, you'll get another 3 months free. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you order and activate from home with eSIM while saving tons on phone plans starting at just $15 a month. Guys, I've been using Mint Mobile long before this holiday deal, and I have to say, it is the perfect time to switch. Since I switched to Mint Mobile, I've been spending 1/3 of what I used to spend on my mobile service with the other big name company. And with this buy 3 months, get 3 months free, not only is it a great choice for you, but it makes great gifts for the people you love. Mint Mobile's best offer of the year is here. By going online only and with eSIM and eliminating the traditional costs of retail, Mint Mobile passes those significant savings on to you. All of their plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. You use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and switch easily and effortlessly with eSIM. Or if you need a new device, for a limited time, get 6 months of free service when you buy a selected device and plan. So guys, for a limited time, buy any 3-month Mint Mobile plan and get 3 more months free by going to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea.